Hey everyone, let me give you a quick tour about all the new feature, the biggest new feature that is coming with the version number 0.5 of OntoBricks. So the first of all is maybe what you see is the new rendering of the UI. So here the home page, for example, is coming with new sections, and you have this capability to see different indicators about the domain that has been created. But of course, you also have this capability to navigate and to jump to other domain like this in a very simple way. But maybe what is more interesting is this section that typically highlights the way that we would like to provide this capability to manage workflow when it's about publishing a domain for a different user. So as a user has different access to different domain, you have a task section like this that propose, in fact, a way to validate and to manage this workflow in a very simple way. So let me jump in to this validation page that's going to show you how typically you can manage this workflow. So the first of all, you have to understand that every project starts with a draft status. That means you can update, add ontology, entities, relationship, everything you want with this status. When you jump to and you change to in review set status, that means you need to submit here if you have the rights like editor and builders, you can switch here to in review mode. So that means the project becomes frozen. So no edit is possible anymore. You cannot add anything. You cannot update anything. You can just navigate and look at the knowledge graph as it is. And once everyone is happy with the knowledge graph, so that means you have reached the quorum. So for example, here I had a quorum of 2 people. So if 2 people who's got the right to approve, in fact, this workflow, approve it, it's ready for publication. So that means at this stage, when the domain is published, the MCP server is available, and also the API can typically leverage this knowledge graph as you want. Here you can see some different consistency check and all the team that is typically involved in the domain modification updates. So all the all the people that are participating. So here is the audit trail. So you can follow all the different modification, validation, looking at all the different comments that has been done when it's about just going through draft in review and publish, or maybe something going back to draft to do some modification. So you'll be able to follow all of these different steps here by jumping on the audit trail. There's also about the audit trail, there's also some capabilities about following all the different runs and looking at all the different statistics about the different runs, if it went well or had some different errors or things like that at this stage. So you've got this global audit trail page here that's also available, that's gathering all the different commands, status change and all of that here. So the other interesting feature that is coming with this version is this capability for administrator to create a separate graph database. So without using bash scripts or something like that. So we would like to provide something very, very simple for this administrator just to create a database. So let me do that for you. So just by bricks graph, let's say the 10. Okay, so OntoBricks graph DB, OntoBricks graph. Let's see this, whatever. So you can grant the privilege here just by clicking this option. And if you create graph, click on this button here, what's going to happen behind the scene is this result is going to create a leg-based database completely separated from the registry, and is going to create also the schema and manage also all the different rights and permission that are typically needed. So if I'm jumping in here into my lake-based database. So you see here, now I have got this new lake-based database available. And if I'm jumping in here, I can see that the graph DB requested is absolutely available now. So you can create in a very, very simple way and configure it now just by using these agents. You have also this capability to manage objects that has been created directly um, into the application. So that means you can delete and remove all the views and tables that have been created into Lakebase. You can also remove the pipelines that were needed to, in fact, to load the Lakebase database here just by clicking here on delete at this stage. So that's for the administration stuff that is also available currently now. We would like also to provide some new capabilities for the business users directly to work in a more efficient way when it's about using the ontology and editing the ontology. So you know that sometimes when you have very big ontologies, very hard to work with the designer because there's too many entities available here. So you can work by using these views. So here it already exists before. So now there's some capability to expand or collapse all of these different entities like this. There's also a way to create groups from this business view, but we also had a wizard here just to create some new different views. So for example, if you would like to focus only on the claim and I would like to have a view which is absolutely focused on claim and just having all the different entities around the claim. So I just have to create this view like this, and I will get something that should look like that, and which are exactly the claims, sorry, that are but the entities that are around the claims like that. So it's a very simple way to manage these views like this. So there's also new wizards that were typically added. So now when you jump on data quality, you have this new button, auto generate, that provides you a list of uh, new data quality checks you can typically include or exclude directly just by selecting what could be interesting or not. Business rules also comes with auto-generate. So we have an agent that's going to work behind the scene. It's going to take all the information about the relationship and will be able to propose at the end some new rules you can typically implement in a very simple way for your SWRL rules, but also for other rules you can typically implement and manage at this stage. So here there was some different proposal about this SWRL rule, but some other decision tables, ParQL rules, and aggregate rules that can typically add it without doing anything. So yeah, at this stage, I would like also to highlight one thing, which is absolutely fantastic from my point of view. So we would like to be more flexible about the way you can manage this odd SWRL rules. So now you have this capability, in fact, to filter out in the if and else conditions. So here, for example, you can manage some conditions just to manage, for example, if you would like to only focus for about the customer that are in a specific city, for example, for this specific rule. So you can do and you can manage attributes condition like this directly in this editor. So there's also a lot of different fixes that has been added, but the designer or the generator, sorry, has been improved. It's not visible like this, but now when you generate an ontology, it's also leveraging all the pitfalls. So it's creating a first shot about the ontology, run the pitfall, see if something is wrong, and run it again, something like that, just to improve the accuracy and the relevance of the ontology. So this is roughly what I would like to show you with this new version. I'm just hoping that you'll be happy with that. If you have any issues, any bugs you would like to highlight, don't hesitate to go here in the DataBricks GitHub project and maybe adding some discussion stuff or yeah, just making some proposal about new issues or new bugs here you can typically encounter at your stage. So thank you very much and hope to see you next time.